I don't understand. So you're Muslim,
I am, yeah.
but you live in Israel.
I do, yeah.
Are you Zionist?
I am, yeah.
That's the exact moment his brain broke. This Arab Israeli just exposed every lie these protesters believe, and the facts he brings, unshakable. Watch this.
I am an Arab Muslim who lives in Israel. Ask me anything.
Hi guys.
Assalamu alaikum. How you doing?
So, you Arab, right?
I am Arab, yes. I'm Arabic.
Where are you from, though?
I'm from Israel. I grew up there. My family was born there.
What was it like for you living in an open-air prison?
I didn't live in an open-air prison. From my perspective, I never faced any sort of prejudice from Israelis in general. For me, the vast majority of, I would say, bad things that I experienced came from my Arab brethren who lived in the same area that I live, who looked at me and called me names such as Abd, which is slave in Arabic.
You literally just told me that you're not oppressed or did not feel oppressed, but they called you derogatory slurs. That is...
It wasn't Israeli Jews, it
oppressing.
was Arabs who called me derogatory terms.
I don't believe that.
Sadly, it was my experience.
Your kind, the Jews.
I'm not a Jewish.
What are you?
I am Muslim.
Why are you saying their flag?
I am Muslim. It's my country. It's my country's flag. I lived in Israel all my life. I lived with Jews. I worked with Jews. I worked with Arab. 20% of Israel population is Arab population. All of them have Israeli citizenship.
I want to know your perspective about, especially the claims about apartheid in Israel. People say that you guys are mistreated.
For me, it's wrong because the facts on the ground speak otherwise. For example, if I worked in the Israeli parliament. I worked in an Israeli news organization that is called Haaretz. And most of the people I work with were Arab Israelis, and that will never happen in apartheid state.
Right.
I graduated from Israeli University.
Yeah, there's a good amount of Palestinians, right?
But you had,
As well.
you had also Arab Israelis who identify as Palestinians. You also had Palestinians who come from the West Bank who studied at my university.
I see. Oh, that's beautiful.
To anyone that doesn't support the state of Israel and its fight against terrorism, what is one biggest misconception that you wish people would understand about your society, about your people, about your government?
I want the Palestinians to have a better life. I really do. We are not fighting the Palestinians. We're fighting Hamas and the Islamic Jihad, who are backed by the Iranian regime, who obviously don't care about Israel or about the Palestinians who live in Israel. For example, the last barrage attack, the missile that they launched in Israel killed only one person. He was a Palestinian from Gaza, who was in West Bank.
Yeah, we agree on this. We don't want Hamas.
We and the Palestinians, we need to have a conversation. We need to have a genuine conversation, sit on a table like we and you doing right now, and be able to look in each other in the eyes and say, okay, neither the Palestinians are going anywhere, and neither the Jews are going anywhere.
I hope that there will be peace one day.
Hopefully. I think we're already on the way.
You're a great person. There's the way that you're out here trying to talk to people is noble, and I appreciate that.
Lovely speaking to you. Remind me of your name?
My name is Tamer.
Tamer.
Yeah, it was really nice
Have a
meeting
good
you.
one. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
You ever hear of the saying, don't confuse me with the facts? That's exactly what this courageous Israeli Arab is doing. He's confusing a lot of these protesters with facts that they really have a hard time accepting as truth because they're so entrenched in their version of false reality.